Okay, are we live here? I think we should be. Let me just double check my sound to see if it is coming through. But I think everything is working. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it is. Hello everybody. How are you all doing? I hope you are all doing well today, and I hope you are having a great Sunday. Let me say hello there to Misa. Misa was on chat here earlier. Hello there, my friend Misa. And also my friend Uncle Leo, glad to have you here. He was just saying he got gifted an iPhone and is struggling a little bit to use it, you know. I totally relate to that, Uncle Leo. My brother has an iPhone and really loves it, you know, but I think iOS is kind of weird. I actually prefer Android phones. But give it a chance, my friend, give it a chance. I know that Apple makes good stuff as well. You get used to it. And Daryl Dixon, hello there, Daryl. Lorenzo as well, glad to have you here. Criatura Marge as well, Inspector. And Newton, hello there, Newton. No, I haven't seen your newest video, Newton. I think I didn't notice it on my feed. Later on Twitter, Newton, send me the link to it so I make sure to watch it, because I haven't seen it. Yeah, you say that music is a little bit buggy, yeah. Whenever I have TF2 on the background, I think my screen is open now. Yes, it is. Whenever I have TF2 on the background, the sound gets a bit buggy. I don't know why that's happening now, because it didn't used to happen, and it happens only when TF2 is on the background, you know, when it is open but it's not the focused window. Whenever I jump to it, you see the sound kind of fixes itself. I don't really know what's happening there. It's something I noticed in the last couple of weeks, you know, in the last 2 or 3 weeks that's been happening. And for some reason, I can't come here on the options menu, on the audio menu, and click this, silence the audio while the game window is in the background. Usually this is ticked on for me, but whenever I tick this on and click apply, the game kind of like reverts that, you know. It's an option that I used to be able to set, but nowadays I can't, and I don't really know why. You know, it doesn't stick after a reset of the game. So weird, kind of weird. Hey, awesome face. Yeah, a nice Sunday. A nice Sunday on this Sunday would be nice. You know, I really like Sundays and other kinds of ice cream. So that would be great. It's very hot here in Brazil today. So a Sunday on this Sunday would be a good thing for sure, for sure. Hey, Minctory is there as well. Hello there, Minctory. Glad to have you here. And Newton is saying, Memories Machine Music, good old days. Yeah, when the Two Cities tour was brand new. I actually saw it release, the Two Cities tour. And I remember I was able to get an Australian Force in Nature on my, I think on my 3rd tour on MVM. So it was a nice experience for me. I sold that Australian, you know, back in the day they were a lot more expensive, I think. And I bought a bunch of Killstreak kits that I wanted and a bunch of good stuff. So that was nice. And Coffee is saying that Radiohead. Radiohead is a nice band, I really like it. They have a weird sound to them, that's true, for sure. And hello there, glad to have you here. And there's a name there, I think in Russian, I can't pronounce that. Only it seems to end with cacao, but I don't know if that's how you say that. So hello there to you, my friend. I'm glad to have you here also on this stream. So what's the plan for today? Today I'm only gonna craft hats, you know. I want to make a giveaway. I'm gonna make a giveaway on my Brazilian channel, you know, next week. And I wanted to make one here on this channel as well, you know, giving items away and all of that. However, I don't have any hats to spare, you know. All the donations I got last year, I've given away on this Christmas giveaway we did in December, you know. So I kind of like gave away all the donation items and spare items I had. So because I don't have any more for this channel, I have some for the other channel that I got. But I want to craft some hats then to do this giveaway, to start the year with a giveaway. You know, I know that January is almost ending right now, but to me it's still the start of the year, and I always do a giveaway at the beginning and at the end of the year. I kind of like to do that. The only thing you have to do to join the giveaway, fellas, you know, just letting you fellas know in advance, is to be a part of our Steam group. On the stream description down below, you will see a link to our Steam group, to the Old School TF2 Steam group, and you have to be a member of that group to be able to participate in the giveaway. You know, all you have to do is go there and request entrance, and if you don't have a VAC ban on your account, if your account's not level 0 on Steam, and if your account is not private, then I will accept your request to enter the group. So just request that, and next week I should have the giveaway ready for you fellas to enter. So today we are gonna craft the hats, and next week, next Sunday, we are gonna open up the giveaway. So you have that time to join the stream group if you are not already there. Okay, I'm giving you fellas a heads up about that. So yeah. An inspector saying, good news, actually bad news, depends on how you see it. I made a new art account on Twitter. Ah, that's fun, Inspector. I think I'm already following you there, you know. And it's good to interact with people on Twitter. I know that Twitter can be kind of maddening in some contexts, you know. But I have a good time there, and I hope you are gonna have a good time as well, my friend Inspector. Good to see that. And Uncle Leo is saying there, man, I still remember Tough Break update when they added the Kazotsky kick. I remember joining a random server and everybody was just dancing and enjoying the new taunt. Good old days of TF2. Yeah, it was very wholesome to see those things happening. I remember when they added the conga, for example. It was mind-blowing, mind-blowing. And I also remember the days when you could not high-five players from the enemy team. Initially, those partner taunts, like the high-five taunt, they only worked with people from your own team. So you could not be in blue and high-five someone in red, for example. Back in the day, we used to have a server plugin to allow that, because the vanilla game didn't allow that. And thankfully, Valve updated the game to make that a possibility for everyone. So, you know, back in the day, we could not high-five people from the enemy team. It was a bummer, for sure. So yeah, good old days, you know. I have a history with this game, and I imagine you fellas also have. It's interesting, because it's such an old game. Very nice. And it's Strix. Yeah, it's Russian. My name is Strix. I do like cocoa drink a lot. Ah, okay, so I got the cacao part right, it seems. Very nice, very nice. Glad to have you here. Inspector knows a little bit of Russian. He was translating it there. Very nice. And Awesome Face is saying, what do you think of your latest TF2 tips video performance? I mean, it's the second most viewed video, 7,000 views in 9 days. Yeah, that blew my mind, Awesome. If you fellas haven't watched it yet, I've made a video about unbinding tab, you know, my most recent video with that tip. And it's just a simple video, you know, just a quick, it didn't take me, I think, 2 hours to make that video. So I wasn't really expecting it to be such a success. Awesome. Awesome Face, you know. So I'm mind blown as well, for sure. I gotta do more quick and simple videos like that, because it really takes no effort, you know, to make a video like that. It's just that I gotta have an interesting idea to put on that video. Kind of like the idea to unbind tab. I think the success of that video is more due to the idea of the video, you know, kind of like what I'm proposing there, than the video itself. Because one thing I noticed, Awesome Face, is that it got shared on Discord a lot. On the video statistics on my YouTube analytics, I could see that the external sources for the video, a lot of them were coming from Discord. So I think a lot of people watched that video and felt like, you know, it would be good to share with friends, you know, to share around. And I think that's what initially made the video become such a success. You know, it kind of boosted the video's performance. So that was a surprise for me, for sure, a huge surprise. So it was nice. I hope I can make more videos like that this year. Would be a good thing. I'm Coffee saying I sent something for the giveaway. Ah, okay. I'll check at the end of the stream after I craft all the hats, Coffee. So stick around. I'm gonna take a look at my trade offers. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. We're gonna take a look at that. So yeah, let's get to it, fellas. Let me double check that my screen's open for you. Yes, it is. So I have here this bunch of metal. I think it's what, 73 refined. So you're gonna make a bunch of heads. It will be nice. And I'm gonna give away all of the heads I make today to you fellas. So let's do this. Let's hope we get a Dead of Night, you know, something rare like that would be interesting. So let's see what we get first. Ah, the turtleneck. I remember when this one was added into the game. Let me show it to you fellas. Because, you know, on the crafting table, there's a bunch of old cosmetics that people don't even know they exist anymore. I think this is one of those. You know, it's a very simple jacket for heavy. It is quite different from the original jacket, you can see. And I really like this style, you know, it's kind of like a punk, or kind of like one of those motorcycle gang jackets, you know, that kind of badass action movie character, I think. And I really like the neck part of it. I think there are a few cosmetics for heavy that I can remember that have this sort of neck detail on the shirt. So it's quite nice. I can imagine you fellas making a bunch of cool loadouts with it. Would be a good one to get. So it started out well, you know, it's a very cheap one, but it looks good. And one of the things that makes me enjoy crafting hats from time to time is that, you know, there's a lot of cosmetics that are forgotten because TF2 has so many cosmetics. And crafting those cosmetics, I think, kind of like refreshes my memory about them, you know. The Man's Lex, this one is very popular. I don't know if it is cheap or not, but I know it is very popular, at least here in Brazil. A lot of people like this one. It actually looks good on my fireman loadout here, you see? Very nice. Very nice. I think this one is a bit more remembered, the Man's Lex. It looks pretty good actually with my fireman's loadouts. I might get one of those in the future. It's just that I really like my mustache. I think the mustache looks better. But pretty good, the Man's Lex. Really like it. Very nice. An inspector is eating there a bowl of brigadeiro. Do you fellas abroad know about brigadeiro? Brigadeiro is sort of a chocolate dessert / candy that we have here in Brazil. It's very nice. Very nice. Really like it. Enjoy yourself there, inspector. Hey, and Dennis is there. Hello there, Dennis. Glad to have you here on the stream. Very nice, very nice. And Axolotl is asking for free stuff. Be careful, Axolotl, asking for free stuff, you know. Because I've seen scammers kind of like seeking out new users like you that ask for free stuff. So they will kind of like add you and say, I will give you free stuff. All you have to do is click on this link and log in with your account credentials, and then you get your account stolen. So be careful about asking for free stuff like that, Axolotl. You kind of like stand out like a possible target for scammers, you know. Be careful with that. I think the best way to get free stuff on TF2 is to join raffles on scrap.tf, you know. They have a bunch of public raffles and you can join for a chance of getting something there, you know. Or you could join our raffle that we're gonna start next week, you know, the giveaway I'm gonna do next stream. If you are, all you have to do again is to be a part of our Steam group. The link is in the description down below. So yeah. I'm Coffee saying there, the dictator is underrated as heck. Yeah, you know, I feel like that as well, Coffee. It is a very nice mustache, I really like it. You know, there's a bunch of cool loadouts you can make with it. Ah, this one is nice. I don't know if I can pronounce it correctly. Die Regime Panzerung. How do I say that? I think it's supposed to sound like German, I think. This one, if I'm not mistaken, is a promotional item that got added into the game because of that game, Return to Castle of Wolfenstein, I think it is. It's part of a set that turns the heavy into one of the enemies from that game. You know, there's also a pretty cool helmet and stuff like that. But by itself, it's also a very nice cosmetic, you know. I can see people making some cool loadouts with it. Very nice. You know, we usually crafting hats is a waste of metal because most hats you can get for one refined and some reclaimed. But it's fun, you know, to remember all those hats and to see what we get. I think we're getting some good stuff up until now. And Daryl Dixon is explaining there that, for those of you fellas who don't know, that Brigadeiro is kind of like a fudge. Yeah, there's a version of Brigadeiro. It's Brigadeiro de colher, kind of like, how would I translated it? Spoon Brigadeiro, you know, it's a Brigadeiro you eat with a spoon from a bowl. And that one is kind of like a fudge. That's the one that Inspector is eating, it seems. But there's also the Brigadeiro that's rolled in your hands. It's kind of like a ball of chocolate, you know. Not really a ball of chocolate because Brigadeiro is not only chocolate. It's chocolate and condensed milk and stuff like that. But it's kind of like a truffle, I think, a chocolate truffle, something like that, you know, in terms of presentation. So that's a nice description there, very nice. Okay, and Axolotl is saying, I'm actually aware of that, but thanks for the heads up. Yeah, you know, be careful about adding random people, you know, and trading with random people. Be careful about that. But Daryl Dixon is saying, I can give you a hat. So Daryl Dixon is a regular here. So perhaps you should talk to him. But again, be careful. Okay, Axolotl, be careful. I'm Coffee saying there, fun TF2 fact, the disciplinary action can hit people from behind because its range is so large. Yeah, it seems that whenever they programmed the range on that weapon, it extends both ways. So it extends forward, but also a little bit backwards. So that's why you can hit people from behind. People who are behind you as well. It's a very useful weapon. I really like it. The bubble pipe. I like this one a lot. I like it very much. Let me show you, fellas. I think I'll show it this on my alien loadout here. Let's take off the tongue here. You see, look at that. This is a very nice cosmetic for Pyro, the bubble pipe. And I've seen people with unusual versions of the bubble pipe, kind of like Disco Beatdown, Miami Nights. I think those effects that have some sort of transparency work very well with this hat here. But just the default version is actually pretty good, and especially if you want an alien pyro, you know, something like I have here, it works very nice, very nice. I really like it. This is a classic, for sure. Lots of classic cosmetics, a lot of classic hats we are getting here. Let's do one more, and then I'll check chat. Let's see what else we got. The Charmer's Chapeau. This is also a classic for Spy, you know. I think it's a pretty old hat, and I remember all the edgy spies back in the day really liked it. Yeah, you see, it looks so dashing. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Let me line up here, you see? Very nice, very nice. I remember this was one of the favorite hats for edgy spy mains. Good times. I think I was using, what hat was I using? This one here, Tough Stuff. Really like that. So pretty good crafts we got, you know, until now. I can see people using them to make some very nice loadouts. What else are you saying there? Let me see. Fellas are exchanging Steam user IDs. Okay, that's fine. That's good. You know, TF2 is a good game to make friends, I feel like. Other multiplayer shooters, you know, like CSGO, Valorant, and even Fortnite, I think they are kind of hostile, the environment, you know. And not to say that TF2 doesn't have a hostile environment, because there are toxic people playing TF2, But in general, I think it's a game in which it is easy to make friends, you know. I don't know, at least that was my experience back in the day. Don't know how it is for you fellas today, you know, new TF2 players. But let me know there in the comments, what do you think? Do you think TF2 is an easy game to make friends, you know, to meet people, to actually exchange ideas, play together, and that sort of stuff? Because when I used to play CSGO, for example, I didn't feel like that at all. It seemed people were very fixated on playing only with a group of people, you know, and not adding random people. Ah, this is another old one, the person in the iron mask. I think I used to have a genuine version of this one, if I'm not mistaken. Let's do it here. Yeah, you see? I don't think it is that good, you know, not as good as the bubble pipe, but it is very different from the pyro heads and the pyro cosmetics that we have nowadays. I think nowadays most pyro head cosmetics, you know, that replace the whole head that we get are kind of like whimsical or quirky in some manner. This one I think is supposed to be from a character from, what's the name of that game? With the Big Daddy and the little sister, that one that's under the sea. If you fellas remember the name of the game, let me know in the comments there. BioShock, my wife whispered it to me. I think this is supposed to be from one of the BioShocks, one of the BioShock games. But yeah, it's quite different from what we get nowadays. I don't know if I like it or not, you know, it's not bad, but I think the ones we have nowadays are more stylish. So, but you probably could make a cool loadout with that one. Ah, the Mempo. This is also a classic for soldier and demo man. If you want to have kind of like a Japanese style soldier, you know, a samurai soldier, you can use this one. And it even has multiple styles. You see, with different paintings in the face. This one actually looks pretty good, you know. I'm seeing a lot of cosmetics that maybe I would switch my dictator for, you know. I never thought to use the Mempo with this hat here. It actually looks kind of sick. It's just that it looks a bit intimidating, and I'm more of a carefree TF2 player, you know. I don't really care to look intimidating nowadays. But very nice cosmetic, you know. And again, you can use it for demo man as well. And it goes very nice with any loadout that's using, for example, the Hefzatoichi. I think it's a good match in terms of teaming. So that's pretty cool. Very nice. Yeah, you fellas are saying the game. BioShock, yeah, pretty good game. I haven't played BioShock 2, and I haven't played BioShock Infinite yet. But the first BioShock, I really liked it, you know. I think it's a special game, you know, one of those games that's fundamental, you know, kind of like Half-Life and Doom, in my opinion. I know there are some people there on the web who don't like the first BioShock, because it's not really a shooter, you know. It has shooting mechanics, but I think it is more like an RPG, in my opinion, from what I can remember. But it is very nice. I really like it. Pretty good game. If you haven't played it yet, go check it out. I think there is a remaster that you could get, you know, to make it easy to run on newer PCs. Ah, the Scout Shaco, look at that. This one isn't that old, but it's pretty good, you know, one of the best heads for Scout. Actually goes very well with my loadouts. I'm getting a bunch of heads that I would actually use. So I think that's pretty nice, that's pretty good to craft heads like that, you know. I'm really appreciating what I'm getting here. Let's see what we get next. And then I'll check chat to see what you fellas are commenting there. Ah, and the head warmer. This is another old one. I don't remember exactly when it got added into the game, but I know it is old. Where is it? Ah, here, I can't use it, I think because of the eyes that I'm using on this loadout. Let's go to another one. Look at that. Ah, actually looks, everything looks nice with my loadouts. Look at that, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. It even matches the kind of like winter theme I'm going for. Back in the day, I used to use another one a lot. This one that I have here, the Winter Wonderland Wrap. And I think you can even use a hat with it. But the head warmer is actually pretty nice. Really like it. Very nice winter cosmetic there. Pretty cool. So we are lucky today. I don't think we are making the metal back in terms of value, but we are getting some pretty good items. Very, very good looking. That's nice. What else are you saying there? Let me see. Axolotl is saying there, I'm trying to get an upgrade to premium gift so I can trade my friend for my dream item, this bicycle. That's very nice. You know, Axolotl, maybe instead of getting an upgrade to premium gift, if all you want is this bicycle, perhaps it would be better for you to come on the shop here. Because I think the upgrade to premium, where is it? I think it is tools. How much does the upgrade to premium cost? Let me see. Here. In my local currency, it is 25 Brazilian reais, you know. And it is an item that's kind of like you gift to someone and they become a premium account on TF2, not on Steam necessarily. But if you are trying yourself to become premium, all you have to do is buy an item from the Menko store, from this in-game store here. And maybe it would be better for you to buy one of these keys here, the Menko supply crate key. If you buy one of those, your TF2 account will become premium. You know, you will be premium on TF2. And then what you can do is trade the key for a bunch of refined metal, like I did here, and then use that metal to buy the stuff you want on trading websites, like scrap.tf and backpack.tf. You know, back in the day, that's what we used to do. That's how, for example, I became a premium account on TF2. The only problem with that is that you have to also be premium on Steam. I think to be premium on Steam, you have to have spent $5 on Steam or something like that. I think that's the minimum value. So you can do trades. But after you become premium on Steam, all you have to do to be premium on TF2 is buy something on the Menko store. And it can be that yellow key that you can then trade for metal and then use that metal to buy the stuff you want. I think that's a more cost-effective way to do this. So, you know, a suggestion for you. So that's it. But if you get the upgrade to premium gift, make sure to recommend someone from your Steam friend list so they can get the professor specs. These glasses here. Let me see if I can find it. Here, this one. Because I think that also happens when you become premium without the gift, but I'm not sure. But when you become premium, you get to recommend someone from your friends list, so they can get a professor specs, you know, because it's kind of like they helped you become premium in the game. They kind of like incentivized you or something like that. So that's something good you could do for your friend that you mentioned. So they could get one of these glasses. It's very nice. In my case, because I'm kind of a YouTuber or something like that, I have a bunch of people on my friends list, more than 1,000 people, I think. And 46 of them that became premium have recommended me. So I'm kind of like proud of that on my professor specs. And I made it strange as well with a strange fire, so it counts my score, you know, my points. So that's very nice. I like that. So yeah, let's do another one, and then I'll check chat again to see what you fellas are saying. Let's see what I get here. The Wilson weave. This is another one that was very popular back in the day. Don't know how it is today. It looks very nice on Scout. I really like it. It is the hair from Wilson, which is the main character from the Don't Starve series. You know, so pretty good, very nice. I think it is even paintable, so you can have a Scout with an interesting hair or something like that. I don't see this one very often nowadays. I think it has kind of like been forgotten. I can even place it without the headphones, you see? So even better, I think. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I miss the days when TF2 used to do promotional items like that, you know. You would get a new game launching on Steam, and then a bunch of TF2 items to go along with it. It was a lot of fun. It was very nice. I miss when Valve used to do that. Ah, the Hardy Laurel. This one is another one that is promotional. I think this is from Total War Rome or something like that. And if you use the Hardy Laurel, if I'm not misremembering, if you use the Hardy Laurel on Man vs. Machine, you get an option to enable Rome vision. That's kind of like it turns all the robots into Roman-themed version of the robots. So you have kind of like Roman soldiers and Roman centurion bots and stuff like that. It's a very interesting way to see Man vs. Machine play out. So very nice one, and also pretty classy. Some good hats we're getting here. Very nice, pretty neat, pretty cool. What else are you saying there? Let me see. Ah, you fellas are there making friends. Ah, that's lovely. That's nice. You know, I really am thankful because I have a wholesome community here. It's pretty good. You fellas get along and all of that. Because I oftentimes see, you know, on other comment sections and on other live streams, you know, people being very toxic on YouTube. And I'm just happy we are not like that here. So I really appreciate you fellas, you know, being nice to each other, being nice to me. It's a good time. I really like it. Ah, the whoopee cap. This one I think isn't a favorite, but I think that some old school people like to paint it green. I remember seeing a bunch of these painted green or pink, you know, those obnoxious colors. But this one is a very old hat. I don't really like it, don't think it looks that good, you know, it's kind of silly. But maybe that's a good thing, I don't know, someone might like that. Let's keep going and see what else I get here. Ah, the Heavy Artillery Officer's Cap. This is a good one, I think. It's kind of like a Team Captain knockoff, I think you could say that. But I like it because it stays kind of crooked on Heavy's hat. It's not lined up correctly, and I think that gives it a lot of character, you know. I used this one for a while when I was newer to the game, and I think there's also a matching hat like this for Medic, if I'm not mistaken. I think there are kind of like with the Ushanka, you know, the Gentleman's Ushanka. I think there is a matching hat for Medic with that sort of style. So it's a pretty good one. Very nice. Back in the day, we used to have a lot of kind of like those military themed hats. You know, nowadays it isn't like that as much, I feel. But back in the day, it was a theme. The virtual reality headset. Ah, we have here a Valve Index for engineer. Let's see how it looks. I remember this was one of... Yeah, kind of ugly. I don't really like it. But I think this was one of those hats that were bugged, I think. That you kind of like could use to have two unusual effects at once. Yeah, I don't know if it is like that anymore. Because you see, I can't use hats with it. But I think this one was one of those. Or perhaps I'm thinking about the other one. Because there are two VR headsets for on TF2, you know, this one, and there is I think the viewfinder, something like that. I think that's the one you could use to have two unusual effects equipped at once. I think that's it. So regardless, you know, it's an item for engineer, not one of my favorites, but it's a cosmetic. Okay. Hey, Cavallo, hello there, glad to have you here. Welcome to the stream. Very nice. And Daryl Dixon is saying, I don't usually play Spy, so why not give to someone a hat to someone that likes Spy? Ah, we're gonna give a Spy hat to Exolot. Very nice, pretty cool. If I think that's what's going on there, if I haven't misunderstood anything. But yeah, I used to play a lot of Spy back in the day. I saw myself as a Spy main, actually, you know. But I grew out of it very quickly. Brimstone. I don't really remember this one. It is all class, it seems. Ah, it's a bunch of horns. 2 horns here. Let's see. It seems to have more than one style. Hats and no hats. Yeah, I think the no hat style actually looks better. Pretty cool. I did not remember this one, you know. I know there are a bunch of horns on TF2 from the Halloween updates, but I didn't know there was one on the crafting pool. So that's pretty nice if you want to have kind of like a demonic loadout for Halloween. This could be an interesting one. Kind of baffles me that it's not Halloween restricted, because it seems like a very Halloween sort of cosmetic. But okay, I'm not gonna complain. You fellas are gonna enjoy it, I imagine, to do some cool loadout. Ah, the crosslinker's coil. I used to use this one on Spy. Let's go. Yeah, you see how it looks good on Spy? Very nice. This hat is also a promotional item from an indie game that's here on Steam. I don't remember the name of the game. The name. Yeah, I don't remember the name of the game, how it's called, but it's a very fun 2D kind of like spy stealth game. I remember I bought it when it launched back in the day, and I played it until the end, and I had a lot of fun with it. So go to the wiki, the TF2 wiki, look for this hat, and search what game is it, you know, what game is it from, because that game is great. I really liked it. It was a lot of fun. Pretty good. These styles, let's see, I think there's one. Ah, there's one for Scout, no hat and no headphones. Yeah, I think it's for the other classes that have hats and headphones by default. But yeah, I love this hat on Spy. I think it looks great on him. You know, really matches Spy's style. So this one was a nice find for sure. Pretty good. And you fellas liked the horns there. Brimstone looks very nice here. Yeah, you know, pretty cool. This was a nice surprise, and it is all class, as you can see. So you can use it on all your classes. Yeah, I think it's a great fit for Halloween, for sure. And Jared is asking there, which Brimstone came first? TF2's Brimstone or Binding of Isaac's Brimstone? Ah, that's a good question. We would have to go to the wiki to check the year in which this hat was added to compare with that. So yeah. Ah, and Coffee checked the name of the game that this hat is from, the Crosslinker's Coil. The game is called Gunpoint. Yeah, that's it. Exactly. That's perfect. Go check it out, fellas. If you like 2D stealth games, that's a great game. I have a very good impression from it, and I played it I think in 2014 or 2015. So it's been a bunch of years ago, and I still remember it as a fun game. So go check it out. It is pretty nice. I recommend it. And nowadays it should be very cheap because it's a fairly old game. So yeah. And Cavallo is saying that my English is pretty nice. Thank you very much, Cavallo. It's kind of bad, but you fellas understand me. I can get myself through, I think. So that's what matters. But thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. So let's see what else we got. We are, I think, halfway through. Ah, this one is the other headset. You see the virtual viewfinder. This is the one that you can bug with other cosmetics. Because it is not really a hat. It's more like glasses. You know, it uses the face slot, not the head slot. So you can use it with other hats. You see? Actually looks cool with the Crosslinker's Coil. Let's check my other hats here. If you want a demonic robot or something like that, you see, this one is the one I was thinking about. I think you can even use both of them together. Yeah, mechatronic engineer with the gunslinger perhaps would look interesting. Yeah, you see, kind of like a full-on robot engineer. Do you have another robot styled cosmetic? Let me check. Ah, we can use with the binoculars. Yeah, but the binoculars don't appear. They disappear there. Maybe there is another robotic cosmetic for engineer that you could use, you know, kind of like the Robro or something on the torso or on the legs. I think there are some robot legs for engineer you could look for to have this full robot engineer, you know. Or perhaps a demonic robot with the horns. The virtual viewfinder is kind of ugly in my opinion, but it is a good cosmetic because it is very versatile. You know, you can do a lot with it. And the unusual versions of it are very, very expensive. You know, it's crazy, crazy. So yeah. And Jared's talking about the Brimstone. I think it's Isaac's, Binding of Isaacs that came first. Yeah, probably. It's also an old game, for sure. Pretty old. Yeah, you fellas are discussing the dates there. Pretty cool. And you fellas are saying that this one is actually a promo from the game on TF2. So it's another promotional item, it seems. Very nice, very nice. And Spectre saying there, speak English. Yeah, you know, I speak English my way, you know, and that's fine, really. Hey, Norris, glad to have you here. Very nice, very nice. And Ellison, hello there, Ellison. Yeah, exactly. I'm getting ready for another giveaway, Ellison. I'm crafting the hats to do that. We should announce, again, for those of you who arrived now, the giveaway should be announced next Sunday, okay? So I'm crafting the items today, but I'm gonna open the giveaway next Sunday. And to participate, you have to be a part of our Steam group. The link to it should be on the description down below, okay? So that's how it goes. And Uncle Liu is saying there are actually 3 VR headsets. The last one would be the TF2 VR headset, which come in genuine quality and were awarded to those who bought the Valve Index, that's Steam VR. And they also glow in the game. Ah, that's pretty cool, Leo. I wonder if we could get that one crafting as well, you know, because if it has genuine quality, maybe it is in the crafting pool. I think all hats with genuine quality are on the crafting pool, you know, of possible outcomes. So it would be interesting to get that one, because I don't think I've even ever seen it in game. You know, the Valve's Steam headset, you know, the Valve Index is a great piece of hardware, but it was kind of a flop, you know, as VR in general has become kind of a flop. I remember hearing everyone saying, VR is going to be the next trend in gaming. And no, it wasn't. You know, it's been a couple of years now. I don't think it's going to catch up. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I think the apex of VR's kind of like popularity is already past us, at least for this decade. Because I remember in the 90s, for example, people were very hyped about VR as well, and it never caught on. And to me, it seemed like I was living through that again in the recent years with the hype with VR stuff and all of that. So yeah. And Alison is asking if someone could donate items to be given away. Yeah, for sure, Alison. If you want to send items to be given away, make sure to send them today so I can add them to the giveaway. But yes, I am taking donations to the giveaway. And by the way, everything, fellas, you donate to me, unless you say otherwise, I am gonna give away. Okay, so on my other channel, on my Brazilian channel, people do that quite often, actually. They send in weapons or metal or a hat here and there, and it's all for the giveaways whenever I manage to do them. There are some people who gifted me stuff, for example, Uncle Liu, but in that case, they specifically say, this is a gift for you to keep. And then I keep the gift for myself. But otherwise, I'm gonna give away. So I'm always accepting item donations to share with you and to give away like this. So if you want to do that, I would appreciate. There was someone earlier who said they sent one, and we are gonna check my trade offerings after I finish crafting all of this metal. So, you know, thank you very much. If you are even thinking about that, I really appreciate it. So let's keep going. This one is nice. The Cuban Bristle Crisis. I don't really like cosmetics with cigars, you know, because I don't think it is a good thing to promote smoking, but it looks badass, you know. I really like this one. Yeah, you see, it's so badass with the beard. I wish we had the option to remove the cigar, you know, kind of like with a secondary style or something like that, but I really like this one. I used to use this one with the Bill's hat, that hat from Left 4 Dead. So this one's quite nice. I imagine whoever gets it on when the giveaway is gonna really enjoy it. It will be very nice, pretty cool. Hi, Daryl Dixon just joined the old school TF2 Steam group. Yeah, Daryl Dixon. If you, I think you are confused, Daryl, because I think you are on the All EA Games Steam group. That's the Steam group for my other channel. But to participate on the old school TF2 giveaways, you have to be on the old school TF2 Steam group. You know, so that's what I was talking about. Yeah, and I think that beard is from the end of the line update. I think that's when it got added, if I'm not misremembering. But it's a very nice cosmetic for sure. Armored Authority, another classic for Soldier. I really like this one because it is very shiny, you know. Looks great, you know. In my opinion, if I were to get, you know, if I didn't have any unusuals, you know, and I didn't like the fireman's helmet that I have, I think I would get an unusual Armored Authority because it's old school and respectable. You know, it's a very respectable hat, I think. Excellent, excellent. They're very cheap nowadays and common. You can buy it for, I think, 1 refined and something. But it's a very nice hat. I really like the look of it. Pretty good, pretty good. So let's keep going. We are almost at the end. Let's see what we get here. The Maid Man. This one is just a rose that goes on Spy's coat. It's under my duck, actually. Let's remove the duck, you see? This one I think is kind of lame. I used to use it when I was newer to the game, but simply because I didn't have any other cosmetic. So that one kind of lame, I think. And Cavalo Homem is saying there, hey prof, I asked to join the Steam group. I want to give cosmetics to you. I actually won a knife in your Brazilian giveaway channel. Ah, very nice. I'm glad you got a prize there on the Brazilian giveaway. Pretty cool. Yeah, you know, to join the Steam group, you have to request, you know, access. And again, if you are not level 0, VEC banned, or have a private profile, I will accept. Okay, those are the 3 things I look for when accepting, because there's a bunch of bots in TF2, you know, scam bots. Back in the day, I didn't used to have these requirements to join my Steam group, my other Steam group. And a bunch of scam bots entered the group and started spamming, you know, scam links on every discussion. And I have to delete a bunch of them. That was very, very, very bothersome. And after that, I started requiring that people to join the Steam group, that they are not level 0 on Steam, that they don't have a VAC ban on their account, and that they don't have a private profile. Okay, so those are the 3 things. But very nice, I'm glad to know you won a prize there on the Brazilian channel. Pretty good. And Burglar is asking, tips for Soldier, my friend. I would give you 2 tips, Burglar. Don't be afraid to shoot at airborne targets, you know, because oftentimes at Soldier we kind of like shoot only at the enemy's feet. That's what we initially do, I think. And I know that I was very afraid to shoot at airborne targets and miss, you know, to go for an air shot and miss it. But don't be afraid to do that, because you only learn how to airshot targets if you shoot at them. So do that. And second tip would be learn to rocket jump. You know, you don't need to be the best at rocket jumping, but it's important to know at least the basics. It really opens up your Soldier game when you can rocket jump properly. So yeah. And Exolotto is asking, what are Australian weapons and why are they so rare? Because my friend keeps flexing his and it's so annoying. Yeah, I have some Australian weapons here. Most of them were gifts that I got from subscribers. There is this one subscriber from my other channel, Gillian. I think he gifted me like 3 or 4 Australians. Almost all the ones I have, with the exception of a few, were gifted by that friend of mine. And they are actually, Exolotto, rewards for playing Man vs. Machine with the paid MVM tickets. They are kind of like unusuals, because whenever you finish an MVM tour on the two cities campaign, you get a small chance, I think it's a 1% chance of getting an Australian. So they are kind of like unusuals, but for weapons. And you get them on man versus machine. That's why they are so rare and so expensive, you know. And they look pretty good, if you ask me. I really like them. And Uncle Liu is saying there, as someone who studied cultural and social anthropology, I love how TF2 devs put cultural and historical references to the cosmetics. The Cuban Missile Crisis, for example, you know, yeah, it is a reference to the Cuban Missile Crisis from history, you know, from the Cold War era. Yeah, no, and it makes sense because, if I'm not mistaken, TF2 is supposed to take place during the Cold War, you know, kind of like in the 70s, I think. So those references are very interesting, and they really help create the lore around the game. You know, I'm an enjoyer of those as well, Uncle Liu. It is very nice. So let's do this, fellas. I think I'm gonna go to the end now. Let's see. Ah, the Razor Cut. This is another cool one for Demo Man, you see? Looks very nice, pretty cool. Actually, again, it's one of those that would look nice with my current loadout. I really like it. Very nice. You fellas are gonna enjoy it a lot for sure. Let's see. I think we can make more 4 or maybe 3. I think 3, and we will have one refined left, I think. Ah, Vive la France! I remember when this hat was for spy only, but it seems it got the all-class treatment a couple of years ago. Pretty good. I like it because it is a combo of a hat, some glasses, and a cool mustache for you. So you have the option to use the other loadouts for coats and stuff like that. So this is a nice one as well. People who had it in unusual form when it became all-class must have been pretty happy back then. There's a bunch of hats like that were for a single class, and at some point in TF2 history they were turned into all-class hats. And that's pretty neat, pretty nice. Marshall's Mutton Chops. Another one that I think is from BioShock, I think this was supposed to be a promotional item. It looks pretty good. I really like it on my soldier loadout. Very nice. We are lucky today, fellas. Perhaps I should open a crate. Nah, not today. I don't have the money to do that today. And here's our last one that we'll be able to make. So let's hope it is a Dead of Night or something like that, fellas. Send me luck there in the chat, so you fellas can have a Dead of Night on the next giveaway. It would be nice. It would be pretty good. So yeah. And Daryl Dixon is saying that his dream is a Australian scattergun. Yeah, that one looks sick. Very nice. And Hazmat is asking, when will the giveaway come out, be announced? Next week, Hazmat. So I'm crafting the items today to open up the giveaway next week. Okay, so don't miss next week's stream. It will be nice. And Axolotl just checked the prices on Australian. Yeah, they are crazy expensive, Axolotl. That's why your friend is flexing. Ah, the Compatriot, pretty good. I think we actually got a full set for Soldier here. Very nice. Soldier actually has, I think, 2 or 3 eagles. And I think 2 of them on the same shoulder, and they don't conflict with each other. I saw it before. A soldier with 2 eagles on the same shoulder, and I think you can even have another eagle on the other shoulder, because I think there are 2 or 3 different eagles you can use on soldier. This one I think is the oldest one, if I'm not mistaken. But it is pretty cool, very nice. Those sort of like partner or pet cosmetics, you know, I think are very neat. I really like them. I like my Hobson here, for example, that Uncle Liu gifted me. I really appreciate it. And it has what? 1,596 points scored. So not a lot, but I've been working up my score with Scout. So yeah, fellas, those are the items I'm gonna be giving away next week, okay? So make sure you are a member, you request access to our Steam group. The link is down below. And then you'll be able to participate in the giveaway next week, okay? Before I finish stream, I'm just gonna check my trades, because some of you fellas said you sent stuff for the giveaway as well. Let me see here. Let's see. Yeah, they are here. Nice. Let me open my screen so you fellas can see. Ellison sent a bunch of stuff and coffee as well. Thank you very much. Let me open up my screen. Yeah, this one here. So you fellas can see. You see? This one here from Rafa was offered yesterday, and this is an item for the Brazilian giveaway. So I haven't accepted yet, but if you are watching, thanks a lot, Rafa. I'm gonna thank you on the Brazilian channel as well. So this one that Rafa sent isn't for the old school TF2 giveaway. It is for my other channel. But here, Coffee, you see, sent a Warpaint Civic Duty Mark II. I've seen some pretty good shotguns, for example, using this Warpaint. So it is a nice one. Thanks a lot, Coffee. Fellas, I imagine are gonna enjoy it a lot on the giveaway. And Ellison also sent a bunch of cool stuff. You see a name tag, description tag, the flapjack. This was my favorite jacket for Scout back in the day. You know, when I wanted to look intimidating with my loadouts, I would use this one. I really like it. It's very stylish and also crafted by Ellison, you see, so it is special. Thanks a lot. The Purity Fist, very good. It could go well with that heavy cosmetic we crafted, you know, that Wolfenstein cosmetic. Very nice. This one is nice. The 9-pipe problem. Really like it. I think it is for Medic and Spy, I think. But it is very nice. And the Deadliest Duckling. Always nice to have duck cosmetics to give away to people. So thank you so much, Coffee and Ellison, for the donations. I really appreciate it. I think that was it. Let me update the page just to make sure. Yeah, I think that's it. So thanks a lot, you two. Everyone is gonna appreciate them on the giveaway, and I am going to accept those trades after the stream ends. So thanks a lot, fellas. Nice, very nice. Yeah, and Burglar is talking about the eagle there. You can have 2 eagles in both shoulders and use the eagle head. Yeah, so be full eagle. And Ellison is saying there, 1 eagle is craftable. That's the one we got. And the other is from a case, and they can clip right into each other, kind of like a 2-headed eagle. Yeah, I saw that before. It's so funny, it's so funny. Very funny. Alright, Axolotl is saying there, I can't wait to be a rich player like you guys. You know, Axolotl, I like my cosmetics, you know, I think they are stylish. And because I'm a YouTuber, they are actually helpful, so people don't confuse me with other fakes, because there are people who fake being me, and checking the inventory is a good way to know it's the real me. But you know, Axolotl, I would say you should not spend too much money on TF2, you know, just maybe buy 1 or 2 items that you like, but don't spend a lot of money on TF2, because it's really a slippery slope, and there are better places for you to spend your money, okay? But yeah. Yeah, and they're saying, how do people have so many items? In my case, Axolotl, it's because I've been playing for 10 years now, so it's a backpack, of a 10-year-old backpack, so we collect a lot of stuff over the years. And also because I get a lot of gifts, you know, over the years. A lot of people were very generous to me, and a bunch of the expensive stuff I have was because of that. But again, I would tell you to not pay much attention to that. You know, don't spend all your money on TF2. Don't do that. I don't even want to look at how much I've spent on TF2 over the years, because it's a lot. It's a lot of money. So yeah, fellas. And Cavallo is saying there, hey prof, I want to give some things to you and some to the giveaway. How could I do this? On the description, on the stream description, if I'm not mistaken, Cavallo. Yeah, if you click to check the description, you can see there, item donations. And then there's a trade offer link. You can click that link and it should open for you a trade window on Steam. You know, if you are logged in on Steam on your browser. And then you can send me items like that, you know. I never request for items, you know, I don't go around asking people to donate items, because I've seen scammers try to do that before. Kind of like they approach my subscribers faking to be me and saying, oh, I'm professor, give me some of your items for the giveaway. I'm never gonna do that, okay? So if someone tries to do that with you, don't fall for it. And I even become a bit transparent as I speak that. You see, let me see if I can fix it. Yeah, fixed now. For whatever reason that happens. So I will never ask for items. Also, be careful with people asking for items on the comment section of my videos. Sometimes there's scammers who do that, and I try to remove the comments they leave, but sometimes it takes me a while to do that. So be careful about that as well. Only send me items through that description link on my videos, or directly through my profile. Through my profile on Steam. If you go to my Steam profile, let me show it to you. Let me open my profile here. Here, let me open my screen so you fellas can see it as well. Here, this here is my Steam profile, you know. And again, be careful with people faking it. Some ways to tell it's really me is to check my video showcase, you know, because you have to log in on your YouTube account to post these videos here, so you can check that. You can also check my workshop showcase, because I have to be the owner of the item on the workshop to be able to showcase it. The Commoner's Kabuto is my workshop showcase. And you can also check my item showcase. Here you're gonna see my unusual, all my Australians, my unusual weapons, you know, all that good stuff. And then you can be sure that's me. The screenshot showcase is another one you can see. I always leave this my unusual rocket launcher on the showcase, you know, favorite group, all of that, you know, all the information. But I think the video showcase, the workshop showcase, and the item showcase are good ways to tell you are dealing with my real profile, okay? Then, for me, it doesn't show up here. It shows me to add the profile. But for you, there should be a box here with a down arrow that you can click with a couple of options. And one of those options should be to send a trade offer. So that's another way you can send me stuff if you want them to be given away on the channel, okay? So that's how I would do. But again, the trade link is always down below in the description, and there's no mistake with that one. So yeah, so see there, it started fading away. Stay with us, Professor. Yeah, let's see if I can make that happen again. Yeah, you see, it happens with the focus of my webcam for whatever reason. So I can even disappear on command, you see? And now I'm stuck. Oh no, okay, I'm back again, I'm healthy. So yeah, fellas, thank you so much for the donations. If you sent something that I didn't show today, let me just double check, because I've been talking about item donations. Yeah, there are some. Let me open here to thank this one, and then I can put these items on the next giveaway. So after Ellison and Coffee, we got from Every. Thank you so much, Every. That's a nice jacket for Scout. Very nice. I think it's a new cosmetic, isn't it? Very nice. Thank you so much, Every. People are gonna enjoy it on the giveaway. And Cavalo Omi sending a bunch of war paints and a camera beard. Thank you so much. I really like the camera beard, and the cosmetics look nice. Look at this nutcracker. Very nice war paint. Very nice. Thank you so much, Cavallo. So people are really gonna enjoy that on the giveaway. I'm gonna put those items on the next giveaway. Thanks a lot, fellas. And again, thank you so much for coming to participate, to watch the stream, you know, to chat a little bit and have fun. I really appreciate all of you. Here's a big heart to you, fellas. And we will see each other again next Sunday. Stay tuned for videos on the channel this week. I'll post a couple of gameplays, so stay tuned for those. But we'll talk to each other again next stream. Bye-bye, everyone. I love you all. Have a nice Sunday.